Okay, I'm going to do an update on what's been going on. I know a bunch of people noticed I didn't make my live chat on Sunday. That's because I kind of got drawn out of the house unexpectedly and was gone for the day. But they voiced concerns asking about my well-being. Thank you. Okay, but I'm all right. But yeah, I'm also making an update because I've been mentioning I have to update several different things going on with the channel. I just haven't had the time. I am somewhat overwhelmed. I have a lot of other things going on, and it's kind of becoming difficult. Um, so let me cover what I'll be doing here in the short term. Okay, first thing with the crisis, with the ammunition reloading components, now reloading tool crisis, what happened was I did a run of Vetterli ammo for the Swiss Vetterlis. And I was going to go and do a run of the Italian Vetterli ammo, 10.4. And I started to do that, and in the meantime, the shell holder that I was using broke. The Lee shell holder during some case forming. And so I said, let me go find a shell holder. Now we all know powder and primers are non-existent, okay, unless you go running from one side of the country to the other, and whatever you're going to find is 50 times more than what it should be, okay. So I've given up on that. But I've also found that when I went to buy reloading tools, there's a limit. When I went to buy a shell holder, they said you can only buy one shell holder. If you order 5, the order will be adjusted or canceled. You can have one, and there's a limit of how often, or something strange like that, which I've never seen before. Because I believe what happened was people would go and buy the shell holders out for the popular calibers, the 938 specialists and then resell them for 3 times more than what they paid. So now when you go to order tooling, you're getting limits and all this bizarre stuff. Okay, so personally, it just wears on me. So all types of reloading, say, for common calibers, which I did a lot of here the last year and that's all off the table. Because first of all, there's no powder in quantity, no primers in quantity, so it can't be done. So don't ask, please don't send me an email going, hey, can you get me a couple boxes of 6.5 Carcano or something. The answer is no. And the way it looks with these limits in place in the future, it's not going to be feasible for me to do it. Okay, so what I'm ending up being stuck doing is about the only thing I can do right now is cast bullets. Okay, as long as my lead supply lasts. Okay, and what I'm working on this week and today is I'm going to do a run of cast bullets for 6.5 Carcano. Okay, and I will make a video, explain it on the MeWe page. I'll put it up there, and then you can talk to me about it, and I'll get you some cast bullets. But it's going to be, I don't know how many people want them. I got to get a final count of what I have. Okay, and then once I get that done, it's probably going to be, that's it. But that's coming up, so there'll be a video on that. Also, there was a lot of requests and questions about the obsolete calibers, the old black powder calibers, like the Swiss Vetterli, the Dutch Beaumont, the Gras, and all this. Okay, I will make a separate video explaining there's a new policy I have here. People were asking me to make a series of videos of how I develop the caliber and go with it, and that's not going to happen, so don't ask. I've given up on that. All the attempts that I've done in giving step-by-step instructions to get what I achieve to perform well in the guns every time somebody starts, they change something. They change the powder, the bullet, or something. They don't want to pay for the dies. Some of the stuff you have to have the dies, and the die sets cost $250. Okay, and well, I'm going to do that. No, then, don't come looking for me. I am not going to develop an alternative way of reloading it when I have a die set and I just go about reloading it and doing it. Okay, so, but I'll have a separate video on that. So any of those requests, please put them off. Like I said, Carcanos, that was another popular thing back in the day, like with the Mosin Nagants. Lots of videos, lots of activity, lots of people, lots of communication. All this stuff was, great. And there are people that they specifically specify with the Carcano, we're working with it, shooting it, reloading it, restoring them, and that's all fine. But it looks like they're kind of bottoming out. They must have brought a lot of them in because this ran for a good 6 months, and it looks like they're hitting the bottom. I don't know if there are any places with them available anymore. I've seen some on the gun broker that had like sights missing, handguards missing, so it must be they're getting to the bottom of the lot. So that's going to dry up soon. Okay, but like I said, I'll make a video. I'm going to have some cast bullets, and I'll explain it all in detail what I'm doing, and it'll be on the MeWe page. So that leaves us with our black powder Civil War replica weapons. And this is where I kind of did make up some of them Eras Gone bullets for people and got some out to them when I had my pot set for soft lead. Well, I got it back again, and I'm working on testing all the different systems to make combustible paper cartridges for mostly the Eras Gone bullets. Okay, I recently bought a 31 caliber revolver because I wanted to get into that class, and this is where, even with the black powder guns, where, this stuff, if you had to use one, you couldn't sell it to save your life, all right? And they do sell, people buy them. People enjoy these weapons, but they're not in the same category, say, like the AR-15 or something like that. But what we're doing is I'm going to work on a series of videos testing out everyone's mandrels and making the paper cartridges. I've done that pretty fancy one, so we're going to work on that. And also, because like I said, about the only thing I can do to cast bullets is I will probably get back into casting some more of the Eras Gone bullet mold bullets. I've went and had a couple specialty molds made up because, like I was saying, with this firearm here, this Pietta Remington 1858, the way the loading lever is and the shape of it, those pointed Colt-style bullets wouldn't work well. And I've went and gotten a couple different types of a conical bullet, which will probably work well in this gun. And they're not traditional, and you'll have a giant lube groove in them, so you don't have to put over the cylinder lube and all that other stuff and have a conical bullet that'll go in here hopefully without modification. And for like this, and for the Rogers and Spencer's revolver. So I got a couple special bullet molds coming for the black powder cap and ball, because that's about the only thing I can shoot where I have an ample supply of material to use these. So I may be doing a run where I will have available all these different cast bullets. Of course, I'll make a video showing you how they perform before, I offer them up. But that is what I think I will be working on the next month or so. Also, with all this going on, and yes, I have health issues, my age, I'm looking at what the situation is here. The plans I had this year to work with the black powder stuff are probably going to go, I'm going to go ahead with it. I'm going to get out and shoot some of the matchlocks and all these other flintlocks and that. But I do have a lot of guns I've accumulated over the years, and it looks like it's getting time. I got to thin the collection. I kind of did move a few pieces. I had the one video up where I was showing 3 or 4 items, but the situation has gotten to where I'm going to have to lighten the load. Okay, and as usual, I will put something out there if any of the subscribers want to go first, because yes, if I go with the gun broker, then there's fees and people get charged sales tax, so I will have to increase the prices to offset that. Okay, and yes, I'm not selling any $150, $200 guns. Okay, so that's another thing. Some of the stuff I got's pretty unusual and rare, so that's going to be coming up. I'll be working on that. If not on the channel or any of my social medias, and I'll be busy kind of working that privately on the side. Okay, so that's where we're going, and that's what's going on. And yeah, it is getting a tad bit overwhelming. I got a lot of things going on in my private life that I have to deal with that's consuming a lot of my time. And I'll try to get the live chat up on Sunday, but that's where we're going. And as I get the stuff ready, I will post it somewhere where you fellas can see it. Like the Carcano Bullet's going to come up here in a couple days. And I may work on, once I get a couple things done, I may sit down this afternoon and try to make some combustible cartridges. But it looks like I'm going to have to fire the pot up and do some bullet casting. And I got some new stuff coming too, some new designs I'd like to try out in these old guns and see how they work. All right, folks, that's the update. Thanks for your inquiries, and stay tuned.